Hi, I'm Quentin, and this is my reflection for my third speech, being the facilitative speech. So, right off the bat, what I noticed about my speech this time was confidence. Confidence went through the roof on this topic, and it was actually kind of interesting in this topic because when we originally chose it, my two group members and I, there were two of us in the group that were not completely familiar with the project. And so, with that being said, we had to learn a lot about the project. And through our time together in preparing with the project, we were able to find new information in what helped us to create this facilitated project. The second thing was our activities. Our first activity was to write down what the audience knows about cover crops. This worked actually very well in that we got to know the general information and what we were able to know about our audience, as knowing stuff about your audience is obviously very important. The second activity we did was where it kind of mixed up a little bit. The second activity we did was we had people look online for information about cover crops that they might not have written down in the first part. This led to some confusion. A lot of people wrote down the same thing, and we didn't really have a super organized method of when it did go up. And then the third activity that we did was a barometer activity where we showed pictures of fields that either did or did not need the use of cover crops. And it worked well for the most part, but we did have a couple that were confusing, and that was completely for us to blame. What improvements did I see in myself? Like I said before, confidence was gained a lot. I've done facilitative presentations in the past, so this was very familiar to me, and it was definitely a strong spot for me as compared to the last two. Small group communication. In our presentation, we talked a lot in our goals especially about how we wanted to have these table groups that the people were in and have them be able to start forming an opinion about cover crops and the use of cover crops. And I fully believe by the end of our presentation, we were able to foster this discussion in a way that was effective, and that all the tables at least had a starting point to where they could think about why are cover crops good or bad in their own opinion. Thank you.